Get started, how about we give Tim Beret a big hand? How about it? It don't get any better. It don't get any better. It just absolutely don't get any better than Tim Beret. It's the first chance I've had a chance to speak publicly about Tim, and we'll have us a proper special celebration here soon, and we'll invite all of y'all. So we'll do something. Cook up some hamburgers, hot dogs, something. Have a big old party out with Paul. We'll do something fun to celebrate Tim. But like I told him, I mean, he ain't going nowhere. He's still going to be around. He's just going to do what he chooses to do as opposed to what he has to do. So he's certainly earned that, and I know that he'll still be an impactful part of our program moving forward and in ways that he chooses to be. So appreciate you, Tim.
Thank you, Coach.
You're the best, man. You're the best, no doubt. But what a great day. I mean, this is always a fun day. And obviously not a lot of drama today because 15 guys signed in December. So this has been I love the early signing period. And guys who went through it certainly did as well. Obviously, we had 9 mid-years come in, but going out on the road, the guys, the 6 that signed in December that aren't coming till the summer, it was just a better experience, I think, for everybody in this month of January. So, but a great day. As I said to the crowd downstairs, always fun when a young man chooses to come to Clemson. Because you lay your program out there, you talk about the vision of your program, what your common purpose is, what your core values are, what you're all about, how you do things, and we're very transparent in this whole process. I don't want to have to de-recruit anybody. I want to be genuine and authentic, and I want guys to come because this is what they truly want to be a part of. So it's always a blessing when you see a group of young men choose to come. Last year we signed 14, which was a small class, and this year we signed 17, which is a small class. So next year will be the very first time in probably 3 years that we'll sign, a full 25. And I'm excited about doing that. We're very disciplined in how we recruit here. We just are. And, we manage the number. We're very strict in that. And sometimes, we might have a couple left over that we can reward some guys on the team that are deserving. But we're always looking ahead. We're always looking at what's out there and what's next and how we want to put it all together so that you have the right type of chemistry, morale, numbers at each position, and so forth. I mean, it's a never-ending task. But this class, I'm so appreciative of the job our staff did. We came into the season, thinking we'd sign probably 12. That's really kind of what we thought we'd be. We ended up being able to sign 17, and really that's only because we had a few guys decide to leave early, and we have a few that are going to graduate and from a football standpoint, want to play their last year somewhere else. And so, that opened up a couple opportunities to bring in a few other guys. So just really, really excited about these guys. I don't ever get caught up in guys who don't come because, for me personally, I always just pray that God's will be done. So when a guy don't come, I'm like, hey, that's just not supposed to be that way. And I keep moving. And that's just how I handle it. And so I'm thankful for the opportunities that we had to recruit a lot of great young people. And even those who maybe didn't choose Clemson, it's neat to develop new relationships and meet new people and guys that I can pull for. Even though they're not here, I can root for them because, man, I met a lot of great folks in this process. And so proud of our program, and again, appreciate the parents for believing in the vision of our program. And we're excited to welcome them all to the Clemson family. This is our 8th top 15 class in a row. So we've become incredibly consistent. I don't really get too caught up in all the ranking stuff because we've never had a number 1 recruiting class, but yet we're the 2nd winningest team in the country over the last 7-8 years. So I don't really get too caught up in all that stuff. I'm much more caught up into the development of our players and just how we go about our business here. And but you know, on paper anyway, this is our 8th top 15 class in a row. And again, we've become very consistent on the field, very consistent in the classroom, and in recruiting. And I don't have any doubt that this group will be special. Probably on paper, and again, you don't play the game on paper and all that, but on paper, this is probably the most complete class that I've signed since I've been the head coach. You know, as far as just the young men walking in this building, and 9 of them already here. This is a very special group, and I've always been one. I think you should go and rank the recruiting classes 4 years later. To me, that's the way you should rank them. Because, you know, I've had so many guys, you know, I've had guys that were 5 stars that wouldn't have been 5 stars when they left college. I've had guys that were 2 stars coming in that would have been 6 stars when they left college. So that's just kind of how I've always looked at it, because then it's based on performance and graduation and those type of things. But on paper, I think this is a incredible class and very complete. 4 years in a row, we've graduated the winningest senior class in Clemson history. Just wrap your mind around that. This senior group has won 50 games. They're walking out the door. So it's important that you know, to me, remember how you got here, and that's focusing on the right things. And so for us, it's people first, player second. And so, you know, recruiting championship caliber people that just happen to be championship caliber players. That's how we go about our business here. And man, I'm just really proud of our staff and the job that they did in bringing this great group of players together. So we've got 15 guys again that signed in December, and then added 2 more signees today, added 3 preferred walk-ons, which is another very important part of our program. It's critical. You know, we're very specific in how we manage that as well. But 17 guys signed overall, and then again the 3 walk-ons. Most of them committed early, and most of them signed in December. So I think, again, we met all of our critical needs. Plus we got some other guys that I think you know, will fill in some spots. Some guys are on this team that just haven't had quite the opportunity yet, that I'm excited about, you know, getting on the field with this spring. So looking ahead, we've got a very talented team coming back. This time last year, lots of question marks and not a lot of experience from a senior standpoint. This will be a senior junior led team, and so will next year. Our next 2 teams are going to be senior junior led teams. A lot of seniors, a lot of juniors, and a good group of sophomores to go work with this spring. And so with the addition of this class, I think we can continue to have the type of talent and competitive depth that it takes to be an elite team. I mean, it's just that simple. So I think that we've got the makings of that. And again, the 9 mid-years, that's big. That's big for us to have these guys. In fact, out of our whole roster, we usually have 120 on the roster. Only 11 guys aren't going to be with us this spring. So what an opportunity for us as a coaching staff to really develop our team this spring. Probably tweak a couple things on our practice schedule just a little bit, just because, you know, we got a lot of guys we got to get reps and take advantage of these 15 practices that we got coming up, and the scrimmage work as well. So excited about that. As far as the breakdown, we signed 2 offensive linemen. You know, hit it out of the park. Just two great ones. 2 great ones, and again, very disciplined. Our number in the offensive line is 15. That's kind of what we try to work off of. We're at 14 coming into the season, but we're over at the D-line. So you can't be over everywhere. If you're over somewhere, you got to be under somewhere. And but I really like the makeup of our 14 that we have. And you know, I know that we'll have another great group coming in here next year. We signed 1 tight end. We were looking for a guy that had length, athleticism. We were looking for a guy a little bit like Leggett that we felt like we could develop into a great 3-back. And obviously found Braden Galloway right down the road. We think he's going to be a special player. That's a big-time basketball player that just kind of, like a lot of these tight ends, they decide they want to play some football, you know, once he realizes he's not a point guard. And he all of a sudden his opportunities changed. And so This will be a 260-pound kid when it's all said and done. So I'm excited about him. Unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to go through spring yet. He's got to have a screw put in his toe, so he won't be able to